Welcome to Rock and Sports, guys. How are you? Where have you been? You can also ask me the same question because this morning you guys have not been glimpsed at me in here onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rock and Sports, that does almost 100% Manchester United news in here. And guess what? We do have a story that came out. I was going to do it yesterday night because it came in very late. It was all about Soyuncu. And who is Soyuncu? Soyuncu is a Dutch defender who plays for Leicester. Joined them in 2018 in there, and he played one season with Harry Maguire, and they partnered very well. Later, Harry Maguire was signed by Manchester United, and he left. What they call the King Power Stadium in there and came to a side which goes by names of Manchester United. Now, Soyuncu was currently into the Euros playing with Turkey, but they are really knocked out because they failed to win or get a point out of any game in there at the Euros in there. All I can let you know and confirm to you is that Manchester United is in talks, or has scheduled talks with Soyuncu. Soyuncu is really a very good defender for all those that have seen him for some long time. And remember, those who support United, you've witnessed him score a goal at Old Trafford recently. Was it our third last or fourth last? I think we played Leicester City, Liverpool, Aston Villa. No, we played Liverpool, Leicester City in our third last game in there. That saw almost Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rest almost his entire team in there because he was preparing for Liverpool and he couldn't see them play 2 games in 48 hours in there. So Soyuncu scored the winner for Leicester and the game ended 2-1. And you know his abilities, he's good in the air, and I think the main reason as to why United have gone into for Soyuncu is because his aerial ability. Remember, last season, most of the goals that we conceded were really lack of our aerial ability. However much Harry Maguire is good, but Harry Maguire just marked one of the posts, and the other post is being marked by a man who goes by names of Victor Lindelof. And Victor Lindelof, when you call players who are really good in the air, there is no way you bring in Victor Lindelof in there. But there is a Turkish reporter who has really came out this story in here of a man who goes by names of Soyuncu in there. Let me see here. Soyuncu, Daily Star. Alright. There is a Turkish journalist who has come out and broke this story that I really want to get his name in here. He goes by the names of Ekrem Kona. Ekrem Kona has come out and said that Manchester United are scheduling talks for the Leicester City defender who goes by names of Soyuncu. Those guys who have been watching the Premier League, I think you all know Soyuncu. He's really a great lad. He's good in there and he's good in the air. And I think it will be a good sign for Manchester United if it comes. Now, this comes after United have failed or think that the Varane deal might not really go out or end as easy as they want it to be, because remember, Varane has 1 year on his contract at Real Madrid, and Real Madrid want 80 million pounds, and United sent a 50 million bid recently, and it was turned down by a team which goes by names of Real Madrid. And I don't know what Real Madrid is all about, but if at all United are saying that if at all Real Madrid cannot get us Varane, on the shortlist we had Upamecano, he went to Bayern Munich. We had a Konate, he went to Liverpool. We had Jules Conde. Jules Conde is so far still at Sevilla, but many people think that Jules Conde might either go to Barcelona or Real Madrid. Paul Torres, who plays for Villarreal, is also one of the targets of Manchester United in there. Now when you look at the other target, Ben White, people have been talking about him, but United have really diverted from him and said they've shunned Ben White and say, no, we want a player who is really Premier League proven, and if at all a Premier League player is needed, that is none other than Soyuncu. And better enough, he played with Harry Maguire. They know themselves very well. They won't need lots of time really to connect together because they've been playing together for a very long time. So Soyuncu is a fast defender, tall, and is comfortable on the ball. If you've seen him at Man City, at Leicester, the way he plays, he's really someone great. And and I think you guys know what Soyuncu is all about. He's really tall, 1.85 meters tall, almost tall like Harry Maguire, 25 years of age. That is 3 years younger than Harry Maguire in there. And I think the reason as to why they are going for Soyuncu and they are really trying to shape the Soyuncu talks is that they really want to really put up they call them options, because most of the players that United are wanting, especially to play into the central defense with Harry Maguire and the lad who goes by names of Victor Lindelof, maybe already pay. most of them are in the Euros. They are still in the Euros. Now, the good thing is that they are going for Soyuncu because Soyuncu's team is out of the Euros, he's not injured, and he is now going for a holiday in there. That is Soyuncu in there for you. I think that's what United have gone into for a man who goes by the names of Soyuncu, and they are scheduling talks to talk to him. When you look at Jules Koundé, he's still at France. Look at Raphael Varane, he's still there at France and is playing for him actively. Jules Koundé has not yet been playing for France yet. When you look at another player, he goes by the names of Pau Torres in there. Pau Torres is also into the Euros with Spain, and they only need to get a win, and after them getting a win, they'll be through to the round of 16, and I know they are really going to get that win because Spain is going to play the weakest team into that group. When you look at that group in there, smash a like on the video, comment, like and share if I told you for the first time to watch it. When you look at the Spain group in the Euros, yes, Spain is playing Slovakia, and guys, I very much know that Spain is really going to get these 3 points against Slovakia, and they will really go through. So when you look at Cristiano Romero in there, Cristiano Romero is playing into the Copa America with Argentina in there. Remember, he played very well against a side which goes by names of Uruguay. He silenced Edson Cavani, our very own at Manchester United, and the other one who goes by the names of Luis Suarez. You know what it means to silence those people. So Cristiano Romero is also still into that place. So United looks like they're not getting us the players that we want. We are giving them the money and they're saying, no, why don't we get the 50 million pounds or 40 or 50 and carry them to Leicester City and tell them we want your Soyuncu in here at Manchester United. It would be really a very big boost. To me, I like Soyuncu, though compared to Varane and Cristiano Romero and Koundé, because for them, they are playing for more advanced teams. They've been playing in the Champions League, but I think Soyuncu has not yet played in the Champions League, if at all I recall, because in 2018, did Spurs play the Champions League? I think Spurs last played in the Champions League in 2016-2017 season when they won the Premier League. So it really brings us to a level of us knowing that United might be really going for Soyuncu, because Soyuncu, one, he's Premier League proven. Secondly, and United first and foremost, by the way, they even fancy winning the Premier League more than the Champions League, because they look like Liverpool is just one trophy away from equaling their record. Liverpool has won the Premier League 19 times and United has won it 20 times. So if at all Liverpool really goes ahead and wins another one before United wins it, that means United would have really put on the level of being level to Liverpool, yet United does not want that, because they look like they are the kings of the English Premier League. They are the kings of Great Britain in there. So I don't know what you guys think about Soyuncu. United being in talks with Soyuncu in there because Raphael Varane bid was rejected. Jules Koundé, maybe there is no contact in there, but United really in talks with Real Madrid to see to it that they really come up with this transfer plan easily and possible very soon. But the first bid was rejected. I don't know what's wrong with the bids of Manchester United. The first bid for Jadon Sancho was rejected this season. I mean, it was a £67 million bid, and they even put a second one of £78 million bid, and they said no, and Dortmund told them, we are only giving you up to 23rd July. You have to be ready. You have to have made us ready. You must have sealed the deal of Jadon Sancho. If not, you won't get him. And they want 78 plus add-ons. Yes, that's what Borussia Dortmund wants. Now, when you look at Raphael Varane, a £50 million was really terrible for a man who goes by names of Varane to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid said, no, you are really still low. So what are we going to do into this one? Because when you look at how things are really transpiring right now, I'm just wondering, what is Manchester United all about? Because we are really losing out on time, first and foremost. Secondly, the reason as to why I see United are into Soyuncu because it's easy to execute such a deal, because United have already really dealt with a team which goes by name of Leicester City, and they're in good terms. But the problem with United and Real Madrid, ever since the coming of Di Maria, that was the first deal, the polite deal that United did with the team which goes by the names of Real Madrid in there. The rest of the deals have been really scanty ever since Real Madrid ever since Manchester United failed David De Gea from going to Real Madrid by submitting the paperwork after that day was really, after a minute had really passed through the day, that the time that could really see the deal being put to a move by a team which goes by names of Real Madrid and the FA in there. So all I can tell you is that Manchester United is interested in a man who goes by names of Soyuncu. You know him, he has been there in the Premier League. He's Premier League proven according to me, and I really want to see him at Manchester United, and I fancy seeing him because he can partner well with Harry Maguire. Confident on the ball, I think it's good. So instead of us going for deals that are really going to let us down loads, let's just really go for easy ones, but they are really good players in there. And you never know, you might see the deal with Varane and Varane gets an injury in the Euros. So this guy is out of the Euros and is here to stay. So I think he can really come and do some great role with or for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager of Manchester United. And I think that's a good scouting, because when you look at the others, I think they really want to get a player who is Premier League proven, because you know how Premier League is hard and you know how you are bold in here in the Premier League. So I think Manchester United really want a player like Soyuncu who is Premier League proven, and the moment he steps on the pitch, he will really be ready to take on the rest of the Hurricanes, because he's used to them. But you can bring a Rafael Varane, however much he's really a world-class player in there. Premier League is different. We've seen Premier League really becoming a problem to very many players in here who have been classy in here, and they've even failed to meet their standards in the Premier League. So I think that Jules Koundé, Cristiano Romero, I think United really does not fancy them. They only fancy Soyuncu right now, if at all the Varane deal does not really come to a happening in here. Now, that's what I had for you guys. I really want to see you in the comment section. Tell me what you think Soyuncu coming to Manchester United, and how do you think United will line up with Soyuncu? Because when you look at Soyuncu, if at all you partner him with Victor Lindelof, it's okay. When you partner him with Harry Maguire, it's okay. Because I think he has very many attributes as Soyuncu. He's fast, he's tall, he's strong, he's good on the ball, he's good in the air. He can even score corners. Just imagine a United bringing a corner being brought in by either Luke Shaw or Bruno Fernandes, and you're having these people into the opponent's area. Soyuncu, very tall. Paul Pogba, very tall. Harry Maguire, very tall. So I think if at all you have like 4 players, when you add on a player who goes by names of Edson Cavani in there, because he's also good in handling the ball. Now I think if at all United really does well, train well in set pieces, yes, especially the free kicks and the corners in there, I think we are really going to be a threat. That adds us more goals into that area, because this time around we only had Harry Maguire. But if at all you have a Soyuncu, almost the same height as Harry Maguire, I think it's really good to see that we need to seal this deal immediately and make it happen at Manchester United. I don't know what you think about Soyuncu coming to Manchester United, but to me, I really think if at all he comes, I will welcome the deal, because it's better. He's better. Soyuncu is better than most of the defenders that we have at Manchester United. He's not injury prone. You are sure that he can play close to how many? Close to 50 games a season, because he has played close to 50 games a season there with a team which goes by the names of Leicester City in there, and he has been going for the national team duties and comes back and does not get injured. So that's what I can tell you, is that United are scheduling talks with Soyuncu, a Leicester City player in there. Turkey has been playing for Turkey into the Euros, though he really never saved Turkey in there. But one defender cannot save a team, you know that. Nowadays, it was back in the days when one player can really lift up a team. You remember those who watched the Euros of 2000, what George Hagi did for Romania in there. The likes of Zidane could get a team, could be one player and really lift up a team in there. Very many people in there, you know that. The likes of Maradona, Pele, they could give themselves, they get one moment like this and they really score that goal. And it's very hard in the modern era for a defender to come up and really save a team. Now Soyuncu is a defender. If at all he was really a forward, you would have seen something great in there, but that Mogulos really failed in there to do the needful. But I like Soyuncu. I don't know what you think about Soyuncu. For my case, I really like him, and I really want to see him at Manchester United in here. So, guys, what's your view on Soyuncu? Because when you look at his statistics, when you look at Soyuncu, when you look at When you look at Soyuncu, he played with Harry Maguire in the season of 2018-2019 in there at Leicester City, in there, and it's all over everywhere that that Manchester United is wanting this lad. It's all over. The People's Person, the Daily Mail, the Sky Sports, almost people are, though the likes of Fabrizio Romano have not yet confirmed it, but I think the deal is really going to happen. Soyuncu was born on May 23rd, 1996. He's age 25. He was born in Turkey. He's 1.8 meters tall. You know how tall the lad is right now. When you look at Harry Maguire is 1.9 meters. He's 1.9 meters tall. That means Harry Maguire is just 0.009 meters taller than the lad who goes by names of Soyuncu in there. And when you look at the Euros, has played 3 games in there and they've lost. He has scored 0 goals. But remember, he got us a goal against us when we were playing a team which goes by names of Leicester City in that second last game at Old Trafford. That's how Manchester United really lose the side which goes by the names of Leicester City. So that's what we had for you here on Rokan Sports. Please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here daily. This is RD, always in here, or call me Rokan David in here on this channel. I'm out for now. You can as well go to the comment section and tell me what you think about United wanting to sign a lad who goes by the name of Soyuncu in here on